So I'm going to bring us back to the song now and ask either one of you or both of you, what was the impetus behind the song?
No, that'll be it. That'll
be my online search back to the online screen to find my mum the perfect shopping cart to take to the markets. She loves going market shopping, and I thought, oh look, there's got to be a bit more of a modern spin on, grandma's old cart that they had back in the day. And anyway, lo and behold, an Aussie company called Joy Roller was right there begging for me to hit purchase, and I did, and I loved the name. And it looks a bit like one of the old carts, but it's a sturdy modern creation and modern fabric and
bearings.
Ball bearings. Oh, it's really sturdy. Anyway, so I wrote down Joy Roller on the whiteboard of song ideas that go in the bedroom, which everybody has one, don't they? And I said to Josh, we've got to write this song for the album. I think it's our song. Like, we're Joy Rollers. We need to get that together. And you said you had a little riff you'd been working on.
Well, I didn't immediately pair the two together. I was just noodling around on the guitar, and you said, "Oh, what's that?" I said, "Oh, it's just some little riff," and then we started working on it, and the song came together pretty quickly. And when it had fully materialized, Ellie actually said, "Yeah, I was kind of interested in this because, I was thinking, how do you write a song about Joy Roller?" And I didn't think it was humanly possible, but you actually did it.
Didn't think you could do it.
Didn't think it could be done.
I love that she's now the built-in critic as well. It's like, well, show me the proof, you two, with your Gillian Awards between you, that you can actually do this.
Look, it's really lovely too, because my mum is the quintessential Joy Roller. She is happy even when she's not feeling that vibey. She still puts on the joy for others and spreads it, laughs and whacks on a cup of tea and offers someone a biscuit or something to lift the mood. And I think being a Joy Roller is just about that sort of mantra, really. Try and bring a bit of joy to someone else, and even if you don't feel that amazing yourself, it's going to do wonders for others, and in turn you pick up your own joy.
Yeah, it does create its own momentum. So given that it is the first single off your next album, I'm wondering if it has set the tone for the album, like if you let it become a theme almost.
I think it's a good theme.
Great thing.
Like as we've mentioned earlier on in this conversation, there's a lot that you can be, negative about. There's a lot of things to be alarmed or concerned about. And I think any collection of songs that goes out into the world that's going to encourage people to feel happy and positive is probably a good thing.
Mm-hmm. And, in saying that, though, on the flip of that doesn't mean the album is going to be all about joy songs, because I'm just thinking about the next lot of songs we started tinkering in the studio. I think it's you've seen our show a bunch of times, and so there is that element of joy but we also might speak another truth of something else that's been on our hearts. So we'll still just have that, we're human, so we'll have a bit of that humor that we might have, or the sensitivity, and then the joy. So it's still going to all be in the package of the next album, wouldn't you say? Yeah.
I think it's part of the power of the two of you that not only are you bringing your separate experiences to create this new whole together, but also, you've never shied away from the shadows. And it's one thing to not shy away from them. It's another to have the skill actually to convey it to people so that they feel like, so the audience doesn't feel scared, if that makes sense. Because sometimes when we're confronting dark things and an artist is bringing it to us, it can not necessarily feel safe. But I've always felt with you two that you do it in a way that basically says, I'm articulating this experience for you. It's okay. We're in it together. And here is actually a solution to what you're feeling, or at least a balm to what you're feeling because of how we're expressing it.
Oh, yeah, that's really lovely.
Yeah, very, very beautifully put. And I think the real, payoff with all of that is when people come, at the end of a show, or not necessarily the show, they might reach out and send an email in or something, and just talk about how a song was really meaningful to them in their difficult situation. So, I think that's a beautiful thing. And, don't necessarily intentionally set out to be a balm for people's wounds, but I think music in itself just has that quality anyway. And if you're honest with your music, and we all go through similar experiences in life, it's not all a bed of roses for all of us, and can express your struggles and do that in a way that people can relate to, then I think it's a really important role that we play in the world.
Absolutely. I don't know where we would be without art and music in particular, because I think it's the biggest magic there is. But that's just a comment, not a question.